Now to Norm Kent, president of the National Organization for Reform of Marijuana Laws. Translation, he wants marijuana legalized. Now, you said it's all okay, but now we've got Amanda Bynes, who was just in court before a judge, who's having to be forced by a court to go to counseling and to try to get her off her pot addiction. You say it's not addictive, Norm?
Well, Nancy, there you go again. You know, my grandmother used to say half a truth is a whole lie. Nancy is on 3 years probation. Nancy, Amanda Bynes is on 3 years probation for DUI.
Nancy is on 4 years probation?
No, I said Nancy.
Yeah,
Amanda Bynes is on 3. Well, I may have misspoke. Forgive me.
Okay, go ahead.
Amanda Bynes is on 3 years probation for DUI and 2 hit and runs out of Thousand Oaks, California. She has seriously impaired herself, has mental health issues that an interventionist like Brad Lamb could address to make her better.
Could you please go back to the question I just asked you, Norm? She's addicted to pot. She's bringing guys off the street into her apartment that are taking advantage of her, probably stealing everything in sight. Who knows what went on, because she's so high on pot, she doesn't know what's happening. A judge had to order her into counseling to get her off pot. She's addicted. But you're feeding a line to America saying it's not addictive. It is. Look what has happened to her.
What happened to her was that she was seriously impaired by alcohol abuse and needs treatment, and was under court. She was on probation when she engaged in this act. She engaged in this act of throwing a bong out the window.
And you're telling me she wasn't high? The reckless and careless act of throwing a bong out the window. And she may very well have been high on drugs or alcohol. You don't get it. I hope that her judge looks into it. You don't get it, Norm. You don't get that you preaching this line of BS to America, somebody might actually believe you. And if this could happen to a movie star who has all the money and the power and the prestige, what's going to happen to little old Joe Q. Citizen that can't walk into a $45,000 a week rehab like she can? Brad Lamb, addiction specialist, founder of the Breathe Life Healing Centers. Why is it so hard for anybody to say Amanda Bynes got hooked on pot? She's addicted. Now her parents are trying to help her. The court is trying to help her. And she's nearly thrown away a multi-million-dollar role in the movie industry.
Well, I think with this particular guy that you're talking to, it's his line is pot is fine. And the truth is this, Nancy, the National Institute of Drug Abuse tells us that 1 in 5 people that smoke pot is going to get seriously addicted. If you start in your teens,
okay, stop. Put him up, please.
It's even higher.
I want Brad Lamb. Brad, you asked me recently, have I ever smoked pot? I have not. Yeah. I want you to explain what addiction is like, because everybody, you're looking at Brad Lamb and you think he's all successful, he's an intervention specialist. All that's true. But he was an addict. I want you to tell Norm and whoever is listening what it feels like to be addicted.
Well, just look at your screen, Nancy. The Amanda picture before and after is what I was like. You know, I was the person who tried it and got really sick and really hooked and nearly died from it. I mean, we saw Amanda's very public meltdown. I thought it was a blessing when her family finally got the state to lock her up, because that's what addiction looks like, where in spite of your best intentions, you can't stop doing this thing that is not giving you the kick that it used to. And see, that's the thing about Norm. He won't cop to this truth that for people who aren't prone to addiction, it's no big deal. Pot is no big deal, just like alcohol for the non-alcoholic is not a big deal. But for the person who is prone to addiction, it will dismantle and derail your life, and for a lot of people, Norm, it will kill them.
Let's hear it, Norm.
Well, I want to congratulate Brad on being drug-free for 11 years. But I want to know, when he was addicted to methamphetamines and alcohol, if he would have preferred to get treatment by a licensed, sophisticated counsel like himself, or he would have preferred to be incarcerated in jail, locked up like in a cage.
What I'm saying is that of course he would rather have counseling. I don't know what your point is.
Do you think water is wet?
Addictive.
Yes,
okay,
Norm,
stop.
Water is wet.